What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to WWF SmackDown on the PS1, playing it on a PC season mode. Raw is War. Hardcore match, The Big Show versus Kane, The Big Show. The Dudleys versus the Hardys. Tag team match cutscene is a happening. Oh, Jeff Hardy has something to say. Brother Nero looks unhappy. Alright, Jeff and Matt Hardy on the outs again. Sure, why not? And the Hardys lost that match, which is why Jeff was unhappy. So there you go. China versus Deborah with myself as the special guest referee. Let's go do that, I guess. Somehow I doubt 2K20 will have this mode in the game, so why not play it here in SmackDown with the ref shirt. Hilarious. Welcome to a fine Friday on the show. If you're wondering where is Perplexing Pixels, we put out a video announcing it moved from Friday to Saturday. So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go watch that video. And yes, tomorrow, Pixels Link's Awakening on the Switch is happening. Also a bonus Pixel with Gears 5 this weekend. Look forward to that. Also tomorrow, perhaps, maybe, possibly, my Hell in a Cell predictions, because as of right now on Friday morning, they only have 3 announced matches. What am I supposed to do there with 3 matches for our predictions video? What the hell? So yeah, that one is still kind of up in the air for me, and not sure how it's going to work out tomorrow, but obviously SmackDown is tonight. The big old Fox SmackDown is tonight, which means that, hey, I would imagine they would announce more matches for Hell in a Cell on SmackDown. Right? They should, right? I hope they do. Because otherwise, what the hell? You can't have a show with 3 matches. Like, that's not gonna happen. There's gonna be more matches. So, that's weird. But hey, we'll get there, man. We'll get there. So, yes, tomorrow evening, perhaps, my Hell in a Cell predictions or live stream, I don't know. We'll play it by ear tomorrow. And then Sunday, SmackDown 2. This is the final SmackDown 1 episode because it's kind of just the same thing over and over again. So, there is that. Now then, there is news. Go, Deborah, go. There is news here today. Obviously, the biggest news being the ratings came in for the Wednesday Night Wars of AEW and NXT. And AEW, by a mile, with a 1.4 million for that day 1 rating. Obviously, these days with DVR and digital, there's that 3-day afterwards. People say, wait for that. But your overnight Nielsen stuff was 1.4 compared to NXT with a 0.8 or 891,000 for NXT. And NXT on their USA debut did do a 1, did do a million. So how do I count the fast count from Slug? I'm a crooked ref. Oh no. Hardcore Holly versus Al Snow. And Hardcore wins that match. Road Dogg versus Test Anywhere. Cutscene again. Good God. What is up on this episode of Raw? Oh, Stone Cold. Walking to the back once again. And whoa, no, not again. Now it's Road Dogg and Triple H. Man, DX has it out for old Stone Cold. Seriously. Just beating the brakes off of him. They're like, say what one more time? Seriously. Anyhow, that leads into Triple H versus The Rock with Stone Cold as the ref. So they took out the ref before the match to make them... What? How does that help you, Triple H? Also, Road Dogg won that match. But how does that help Triple H by taking out the ref when he's still going to ref this match because he's one tough SOB because he's Stone Cold? So, look, man, it helped apparently because Triple H is the world champion. Billy Gunn, The Rock, Chris Jericho, Triple H Battle Royal non-title, and Triple H won that match. And it is getting heavy on these cutscenes. Steve Blackman in top form. This should be a good match. The Lethal Weapon. Trips won that Battle Royal. Godfather versus Steve Blackman. And wow, what is with the... Every match now is going to have a Jeff Hardy feeling away. Oh, Jeff and Matt head to head. Brother versus brother. Gonna fight one another. I wonder what they are talking about. I wonder. You know, they're having a frank discussion here backstage. Where's Doc Hendricks? Doot. So Steve Blackman's so confident, but he lost that match to The Godfather. Chyna versus Tori for that women's title, and Chyna still the champion. Shane versus X-Pac. That match happened back in the day for the European belt, I believe. And here we go. It is X-Pac, non-title, winning that match. Kane, Stone Cold, and Taker. 3-way dance. And Taker wins that dance. And why am I fighting the Big Show in a cage match again? We already know I can't win this match. We already know what the result is going to be, so why am I doing it again? I don't know. Anyhow, back to the ratings. Before the ratings came out, there was a congratulations from WWE to AEW for winning week 1, but it's not a sprint. It's a marathon, according to them. And I'm like, bro, that's week 1. If they manage to improve from there, you're in trouble. But hey, again, it's week 1. So NXT was on week 3, and they kind of had evened out to what they were going to get, even though they booked a blockbuster show with some big matches with all their titles, etc., etc. You know, things happen. So I think they should be concerned that 1.4, given that Raw is around a 2 these days, and dropping, if they start getting better ratings than Raw and SmackDown, like, that's crazy. But also, one of the things when they broke down those ratings was that in the coveted 18 to 49 demographic for AEW, they did like 3 times what NXT did. So they got the kids, man. They got that very spendy demographic, and that's super important for advertisers, or at least it should be for advertisers. So that's a pretty big number. Like, they thought, oh, we lost all the teens. And no, you didn't lose them. They wanted something different. I think that's going to be one of the big talking points, is that, like, sure, NXT is a more work rate focused program with simpler storylines, and people who like older wrestling might like that presentation and how, as compared to what they do on Raw and SmackDown. But you have to understand, there is a whole host of fans and lapsed fans and casual fans who, at the end of the day, regardless of what happens on NXT being a different third brand, they just don't like how WWE presents wrestling, or as they say, sports entertainment. They want wrestling. And if AEW gives them that alternative wrestling program, they're going to watch that. There's no way to... That's an audience you can't sway over to your side, because you were never going to get them. That was never going to happen, because they don't like how WWE presents wrestling. So, those numbers are out there. Those people are out there who want that, who want a different kind of wrestling on their TV and are willing to watch that over anything that WWE ever puts out. And as long as the McMahons are in charge, and look how many kids both Shane and Steph have, which is going to be a long time, that's not going to change. So again, having a viable alternative, having some legit competition, awesome. Love it. Because hopefully it makes everyone better. It makes money for the boys better. Like, seriously. There are all kinds of things happening that are good for the business overall. And as someone who makes videos on the business overall, I need better ratings. I need better video games to help my views, aka ratings. Like, come on now. Seriously. Give me another wrestling boom. I'm broke. I need the money. And I have the knowledge. Seriously. It's all up here. It's all up here. Anyhow, speaking of AEW, there was a interesting tidbit in that they were told at the arena that there were to be really big show. That was the finisher. More than 2 seconds, you big, nasty. How do I... Is it just mash on circle? Like, I don't... Whatever, man. It's cage match. I hate cage matches. They were told at AEW, no anti-WWE signs. Oh, into the cage! So, it's funny because there was totally that one sign that said Vince Spears ratings that made it through. And supposedly, that sign got confiscated, which is funny because in the last shot of the show with Jake Hager, that sign was still there. So I don't think it got confiscated. Or somebody had 2 signs of the same sign. Wouldn't surprise me. But yes, because they thought, hey, if we let our audience have anti-WWE signs, they're going to be everywhere, and that just looks petty. So let's not do that. Let's not go to that level, because, man, Impact did that. Or, I'm sorry, TNA did that back in the day, and it just looked cheesy. Having 1 or 2 snarky signs here and there is fine if you get them to sneak through, because the people who work there don't understand what they mean, sure, but having just blatant anti-WWE signs is like, yeah, man, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm never gonna win a cage match. It's never gonna happen. It's hilarious. Anyhow, elsewhere in... Just go, Big Show. Just go. Just go. I do not care about cage matches on my final day of this show. Well, I still don't care. My only weakness in this game, cage matches. Survivor Series, happening. Test vs. Triple H non-title opening the show. Like, what? He's champion, right? What the hell? Anyhow, Triple H wins. Stone Cold Road Dogg for that IC title. Stone Cold still champ. Al Snow, Billy Gunn. Billy wins that match anywhere. I Quit match. Chyna versus Tori for the title. And Chyna wins that match. Tori quit. Slug versus Kane. Hardcore. One more time. So apparently, they're still in contention for the trademark of the man between Flair and WWE. Even though Flair was on TV this week, even though Flair is the captain of a team because they wanted to see him in Saudi at the end of the month, they are still in contention for that trademark, which is, alright, sure, fine. That's interesting, but, you know, I would imagine a big enough check will make that all go away. We shall see. Also, I'm hearing on the dirt sheets, and I'm not sure how reliable this is, but they're saying that the CM Punk thing for the Backstage Pass show on Fox Sports 1, hired by Fox, not hired by WWE, is a done deal. And again, it's wrestling. I don't believe that anything is a done deal until you are on TV talking to me with a microphone. Then I'll believe it. And even then, it's dubious. But yeah, it's supposedly we're going to see that happen. Which is funny because legally, being hired by Fox and not WWE, he could do that show and then also go wrestle at AEW. And there isn't anything legally saying he can't do that. Which is really funny. Because, you know, that's the nature of independent contractors. You can't stop them like that. So, good times. Good times. I would not think that would happen, but it would be really funny if it did. And speaking of a somewhat like a Rick Rude scenario, or a Lex Luger scenario, there was one face that was on both shows, on NXT and AEW, on Wednesday night. And that was Aubrey Edwards, was obviously as a ref on Dynamite, and was in a video package for Tegan Nox on NXT. So her face was on both shows on the same night. You know, it's whatever. It's obviously not a big deal like, say, a Rick Rude or a Lex Luger, but it was still pretty fun. So, there was that. Anyhow, the only other thing I have here on my news docket is Randy Orton, being Randy Orton apparently, and being on a live stream, doing some Call of Duty, and saying some things he should not have been saying on a live stream. And that VOD is not available. It's gone. It's erased. But those clips are out there on Twitter and such, so I guess look for them if you want. It's like, whatever, man. We know Randy gives 0 Fs overall, so I don't think anything would happen to him regardless. So there you go. Beating Kane hardcore. We got Big Show and The Rock in a cage match. The Rock beats The Big Show. And I am done playing this game. No more. Dunzo. Finito. SmackDown 1, you get back to the back of the line, and SmackDown 2 is up next on Sunday. Or at least that's the plan if nothing else goes wrong. But tomorrow, Perplexing Pixels, noon Eastern, on this channel, Link's Awakening, and then hopefully later in the day, some Hell in a Cell predictions. We'll see, but until then, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel every single day. Somehow. I'm doing it still. And I'll see you next time. And I'm out.